Have you ever found yourself sitting at your desk, overwhelmed by a flood of emails, meetings, and tasks, wondering how you're ever going to get it all done? Or maybe you've tried to focus on an important project only to find your mind wandering or getting distracted every few minutes? What if the reason behind this struggle isn't a lack of willpower, but something deeper, the way your brain is wired to work? Stay with me, because understanding this could change your entire relationship with work and productivity. Don't skip this part. It's where the real transformation begins. David rocks your brain at work, pulls back the curtain on the hidden processes that run inside our heads when we're working, thinking, or interacting with others. And the insights he shares are not just theoretical, they're backed by solid neuroscience, but explained in a way that's easy to grasp and apply in everyday life. One of the biggest revelations from the book is that your brain has a limited capacity for attention and focus. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles planning, decision-making, and problem-solving, can only juggle about 4 pieces of information at a time. That's a very small number, considering how many things you're expected to handle in a typical workday. Think about your last day at work. Maybe you had a morning full of back-to-back meetings, your phone buzzing constantly, emails piling up, and urgent requests coming in from every direction. You tried to check your messages while drafting a report, and maybe you even switched between multiple browser tabs. How productive did you feel by the end of the day? Chances are, you were mentally drained, stressed, and probably made more mistakes than usual. Why? Because your brain can't truly multitask. It's just switching rapidly between tasks, leaving a residue of unfinished thoughts and unfinished focus behind. Rock calls this attention residue. Imagine trying to drive a car while also texting, navigating, and listening to a podcast. None of those tasks get your full attention, and the quality of each suffers. So how do you fix this? Rock suggests that managing your attention deliberately is the key. That means setting clear priorities, grouping similar tasks together, and building focused blocks of time where you work on one thing without interruption. Also, it means giving yourself real breaks. Not just scrolling on your phone, but stepping away to recharge. Your brain isn't a machine, it needs rest to operate at its best. Here's a realistic example. A software developer named Sarah noticed she was constantly stressed, trying to juggle coding, answering Slack messages, and attending meetings. After learning about attention residue, she started blocking out 2-hour focus periods each day with no interruptions. She turned off notifications and told her team she'd respond to messages at set times. Within weeks, her productivity soared, and she felt less overwhelmed. Have you experienced something similar? How might your day change if you respected your brain's focus limits? Another fascinating insight from the book is how much social interactions affect your brain. When you have a tough conversation with a colleague or get critical feedback, your brain treats it almost like a threat. The emotional circuits light up, and your cognitive resources get hijacked. You might feel defensive, anxious, or drained afterward. Rock explains that understanding this helps you approach these moments differently. Instead of reacting immediately, you can pause, breathe, and remind yourself that this is a normal brain response, not a personal attack. For example, when James, a project manager, started seeing feedback as useful information rather than criticism, he noticed his stress levels dropped and his relationships with his team improved. If you stop now, you'll miss one of the most practical frameworks in the book, the SCARF model. SCARF stands for status, certainty, autonomy, relatedness, and fairness. These 5 social domains drive our brain's responses in workplace interactions. Status is about feeling respected and valued. Have you ever noticed how being publicly praised can light up your motivation, while being ignored or slighted can crush it? Certainty is the brain's desire to predict what's coming next. When things are unclear, stress spikes. Autonomy means having control over your work and decisions. Relatedness is about feeling connected and safe with others. Fairness, the sense of just treatment, deeply influences engagement. Imagine you're a team leader. Knowing SKRF can guide you to give feedback that doesn't threaten someone's status or autonomy. Instead of saying you did this wrong, you might say, here's an area to improve that can really highlight your strengths. Small changes like this help reduce resistance and build trust. Habits are another big topic in your brain at work. Habits are hardwired patterns in the brain, which can be changed but only through consistent effort. For example, if you habitually check social media first thing in the morning, your brain has wired that behavior deeply. To change it, you need to create new habits deliberately, like starting your day with a short meditation or prioritizing your most important task first. Have you ever tried to break a habit only to slip back? Rock reminds us that change takes time and patience. Your brain needs to rewire itself, and that happens gradually. Another powerful point is about managing your emotions. It's easy to think emotions just happen to us, but the book shows we can train our brain to respond differently. When you face stress or criticism, instead of reacting instantly, You can pause, reflect, and choose a calmer, more thoughtful response. Take Maria, a sales executive who learned this technique. She noticed that when clients pushed back hard, she used to get defensive and lose her composure. But by practicing emotional self-regulation, breathing, and reframing the situation, she maintained her calm and actually closed more deals. Don't miss this. The book also emphasizes the basics: sleep, nutrition, and exercise. These aren't optional extras, but fundamental to brain performance. Without enough sleep, your memory falters, your focus slips, and your emotional resilience weakens. Finally, your brain at work urges us to manage our energy, not just our time. You might have heard of working smarter, not harder. This is exactly it. The brain works best when you tackle tough tasks during your peak energy hours and take breaks when you're naturally less alert. So here's a question for you. When during the day do you feel most alert and creative? How could you reorganize your schedule to match your brain's natural rhythms? If you found these insights useful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into life-changing books, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, check out the link in the description to get your own copy of Your Brain at Work. It's packed with practical tools that can really change how you work and live. Thanks for listening, and remember, your brain is your most powerful tool. Treat it with care, understand its needs, and watch how your work and life transform.